You are listening to Subject to Change. Real people experiencing real life, unscripted. Well, welcome to another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Sarah.
I'm the monkey in the middle that's just to Sarah's left.
Yep. Miss you, Amy.
Amy couldn't be here today, so... But, you know, the show must go on.
Yes, it does.
So we do.
We do.
Even though it's fun to have two blonde women make fun of me and stuff.
I know.
I miss that. You have to pick up the slack, Sarah.
I know. I can gladly do that.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point. And by the way, Sarah gave me this, if you're on YouTube, you can see letter that's a thank you note from my granddaughter. But it's still hard for me to see something that says grandpa.
Yeah, it does. Grandpa. Yeah.
Grandpa.
I know she really separated the grand space pa.
Big dad.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well.
Yes, I am a grandpa.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. She's almost an adult.
Yeah, so.
Well, today's podcast episode is sponsored by my birthday.
Oh, wait, when's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, shit. I got too many kids.
You do have too many kids. It's my birthday week. Yeah.
Well, happy birthday. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, we'll be together tomorrow.
Yeah. I was going to say the U.S. Open, but that was a hot mess express yesterday. Or actually all weekend. So no.
I didn't watch most of it, but then I saw where the winner, I can't remember his name, but how the first 9 holes of the final, he bogeyed every hole.
Oh yeah, he was at even on the last hole, and then he birdied to win -1.
Oh, that's how he won. Mm-hmm. But he bogeyed. He birdied all the back 9, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, I've never seen the top 5 be over par ever.
That's crazy.
They had rain, they had bad weather. It was rough. Those roughs at Oakmont are bad.
And bad luck because I saw one where he hit a shot and hit the pin, and then rolled back 130 yards. That sucks.
That is, I know. Yeah, I watched a montage of just bad moments all weekend, and those poor golfers.
Wow.
I mean, it's bad when the top pros aren't even making the cut or in the top 10. It was hard to watch. I felt bad for them all. They were really having a hard time.
Yeah, and they knew. I think I read before that they knew this was going to be tough, just because it's a tough course.
It is.
That it wouldn't be a -10 or something like that. So
yeah,
and then I heard some guys talking about how Rory, broke the little tee thing.
He did.
And
he threw his clubs a bunch.
Anyone else would have gotten fined and all that, and nothing happened to him.
Yeah, nothing happened. Well, he just came off of having a really bad week at the Canadian Open too. So I think he's just, I don't know. I think after his win at the Masters, he might be going downhill a little bit.
You want me to call you a wambulance?
Yeah. It's your favorite word.
I won the Masters.
Wambulance.
I won $20 million already this year. I can't hit the ball. Call him a wambulance for sure. Come on, Rory. Come on this podcast, baby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Wouldn't that be great if we got, oh my gosh. Actually,
I don't know, maybe we just talk about everyone and maybe they'll come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, they won't. They'll say, you punks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, there's the sports world. I mean, I still have faith tonight that the Pacers can take one in OKC and fulfill my bet. I put a $50 bet that they would win this year, the NBA championship 4-2. So they have to win tonight.
You got to come through then.
Bet.
Yeah.
They could have won in Indianapolis. Honestly, that would have been so sick. Because then I'm sitting pretty because go ahead, go to Oklahoma City, give them that one. So now you're up 3-2. Then you bring it home and win it in 4-2. And I'd win some money.
Well, I hope you won some money.
It's all about me winning money.
What I did?
Let's go Pacers. Yeah.
I bought my ticket
to Paradise.
No. Well, no. To the Browns-Bengals opener at Cleveland.
Wait, I thought you guys did that. You talked about that last time, didn't you?
Nope. I wanted to, but I hadn't yet. I was waiting, but I jumped the gun and did it. So,
I had the funniest dream, the weirdest dream last night.
What?
And it was just a snippet of probably another dream, but you know how you don't remember some of those. That there was news on while this other dream was going on. I look up and it's the Browns are bankrupt. Isn't that weird?
No,
and then I remember thinking, like, well, you dumbass. See, look at that, dumbasses. You gave that contract to Deshaun Watson.
Be
now
a surprise.
Now you're bankrupt.
No, I told myself I would never go to Cleveland to watch the Bengals-Browns game, and here I am. So here we are.
There you go.
Yep.
I mean, I like Cleveland Stadium. I hate that they're moving it. We've talked about that, but it's a fun place to go.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
I was in your little town of Cincinnati last week for a Mount Joy concert.
I love Cincy, but like I'm nervous. Yeah. I'm going to be around a bunch of asshole Browns fans.
Nah, they're nice.
Okay.
They're super. Hey, Cincinnati friend.
No, I highly doubt that.
No, we went. Susan and I talk about this. We went with some friends of ours. Drew was a sales guy for me. He and his wife. We went up there and together. It was super fun. And this woman behind, she wasn't yelling at the other team. Mm-hmm. She was yelling at the Browns, and she kept saying, "You fuck faces!" Like, what the hell? Like, this is your team. But then the funny thing is, on the drive home, like it was kind of quiet because everyone was tired and stuff. About halfway home, and all of a sudden, Drew's wife and now ex-wife said, "You fuck faces, let's stop and get something to eat." It was just so carries funny. Over. Yeah, it was That's so great. Funny. No, see, the Browns, they just yell at their own players.
They do.
Yeah, they don't even. They'll yell at you for a while until they're losing, and then they'll start yelling at the players.
We do the same thing as Bengals fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Life is mocking
Yeah, speaking of going to Cincinnati.
Let's talk about it.
What happened in Cincinnati?
So, I like to drive fast. And usually I'm really, really... Why does that seem like it lasted forever that time?
Because it did.
And I'm really careful about using Waze. Mm-hmm. And I had my Waze on, mainly because... I was going down there for a Mount Joy concert.
Yeah.
My friend from really, gosh, I probably met him when I was 14. We worked together in Lakeside, Ohio in the summers. And then I ended up like my senior year summer, I ended up staying with their family, like really became part of the family, which is awesome. Craig, his name's Craig. Craig met me at Keeneland, met Geet and I at Keeneland last month. And then he's like, "Hey, let's go see Mount Joy." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be cool."
Where was it?
So it's at this new venue in what's across the river from Cincinnati?
Newport. Oh, is it the indoor one or the
outdoor? Well, it's like the one here in Columbus.
Like the pavilion.
Yeah, it can be in and out, right? Yeah. So it can be indoor in the winter and then outdoor in the summer. It's really cool. It's like they built it above there's a parking garage below it, and then
they built it above it. Yeah, they had Jungle Jam Fest there last year it was like a
what the hell is that?
First annual Bengals fans gathering, just celebrating the fans. And Sammy and I went. It was so fun. So fun. Yeah.
No, yeah. Newport's a kind of cool town, actually.
It is. I really enjoy Newport.
I was kind of looking for a place for us to eat and meet. And like, it wasn't showing me on the maps. Usually it does. Until I got down there and I saw all the different restaurants. I thought, oh, this is actually really cool down by the aquarium and stuff.
Oh, it's really nice. The levee. There's a lot of things to do down there.
Is that what they call
Newport
it? Newport
on the levee. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, all these songs come to my head. Anyway, so we were supposed to meet. I said, you know what? Let's just go to Hofstra House. I just want to have a beer before the show, get some German food, be good. I know it's a chain, whatever, but still cool. So I'm on there. I'm right around Kings Island, and, the usual people sitting in the left lane and not passing anybody, going just the speed limit.
It's like every morning.
So pissing me off. And, because I have to. And then I get in the right lane and I just go flying by. Right? I could take my time and pass them. But, it's kind of making a statement like, you're annoying me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pass you really fast.
Totally get that.
I was not. I think I was listening. I was probably listening. I think I was listening to Adam Carolla's podcast, which I'm heavily influenced by. But so next thing you know, I'm like probably about that Field Erdel area, wherever that next exit past Kings Island.
Yeah.
And there's like a cop and like right on my ass with the lights on. And I'm thinking,
oh no.
At first, I love the initial thought that goes through my head. Like, oh, maybe he's going for someone else. Let me just nicely pull up. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was in your way.
Move along. Move along.
Here, let me move over one lane, and you can take the left lane for now. I'll be right back in there. Nope. Followed me right over to the next lane. Followed me to the next lane.
Got pulled over.
So I got pulled over.
Oh, jeez.
And, it's been a long time since I've gotten a speeding ticket. Thank God.
How long?
Gosh, I would say more than 5 years. I mean, it's been a long, long time. Maybe even 10.
I thought you were going to say like 20 or like.
No, maybe even 10. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I got a speed. Because I think I've gotten pulled over and got out of it somehow. But yeah. But this time I was just thinking, I'm old. I'm not going to argue anything.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, even when he was behind me, I was going 85. I looked down, I'm like, fuck, I'm going 85.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the left lane going 85. And
Isn't
he's
it
on
like
my
55
ass.
through there?
It's 65.
65, okay.
Which I even thought about arguing that it could have been the 70, but I can't remember where it goes down to 65 there. It might be where that turns from 4 lane to 6 lane, but regardless. Anyway, so I pull over. I'm seeing this an exit, and I kind of had a thought like maybe I should just get off on the exit so it's a little safer. But it's like that's fine. I'll just go like not completely off the exit, just off a little bit. So I get off there. Of course, he comes to the side window and he's like license registration, and I didn't say a word. I'm just like get the registration out. I think it was expired. I don't know.
My gosh.
He goes, and insurance. It's not expired. It just didn't have that fucking thing. I think I handed him the wrong one.
Yeah.
He goes, and your insurance. I'm like, and I'm pulling out, like, I'm still processing it. You're still like processing, like, should I try to get out of it? Whatever. And I just handed him my license and the registration. He goes, well, if you get your insurance, let me know. And of course, everything's on I get apps for everything. So I just started looking at that. I didn't even he came back and he goes, well, I'm pulling you over because you were doing 91 in a 65 or something like that. I'm like, okay. I go, here's my insurance. And then that was the last words to be said. And I don't even think he said, usually they go, okay, haven't I? I mean, he might have, but I didn't say a word. I'm
oh my gosh.
Fuck you, dude, man. Come on.
Was it a trooper? Or
yeah, I was. That's all they do is get speeding tickets.
That's all they do.
I don't know if I really appreciate those heroes that are the state troopers. I mean, they're just a pain in my ass.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I know one that reminds me of like a stupid ticket my friend got. She told me about because he was a trooper. I didn't realize he had switched departments, but he works for the city of Newark now. But it was like, the traffic troubles in the morning. Like everybody's following behind everybody at like 2 feet. Like he followed her for like 2.5 miles, and he was like, "You're too close to the truck in front of you."
While he's
tailgating her, and and then he was like he was so mean to her and everything. I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
First of all, City of Newark don't care about those kinds of tickets. They're more interested in drugs and real stuff. Like, go back to that's all the troopers do. Like, it's just
all states have them though.
Oh, I know,
and they're just out there to give you speeding tickets.
I know.
It's just a revenue generating thing for the state. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh yeah. I mean, what are they really?
And they cover accidents. Okay. So they block off the highway when there's an accident. They don't do anything. They just go there and block off the highway.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you see. I
hate to knock any profession, but come on.
I know. The troopers are, I don't know.
I think they do some investigations, though.
They do some.
But that's it's not the unit that's clocking me at 91 in a 65.
I mean, the ones that I think have a hard job, I would say hard job, but like if you're going down Route 23 through Chillicothe, like those ones, like that's such a high drug use area that they're always going to be looking for drugs and pulling people over. Like, okay, all right, that's fine. And
they use speed to do it though.
So
in other words, if you're transporting drugs, set your cruise at fucking speed limit.
It's 55
You're
down
going
there.
to be fine. Dumbasses. I speed because I want to get somewhere quicker.
Yeah.
But it's true. I was talking to my buddy Craig about it. It's like, but what do you honestly save? And now I use Waze and I put everything in there and it'll tell me how much. I'm saving like 5 to 10 minutes, but in the grand scheme of things, that's really not anything.
It's not.
It's just hard for me to drive slow.
No, because I'm sorry, PSA to Columbus drivers, like if you're going to go the speed limit, please drive in the right lane where the speed limit is posted, for goodness sake.
Left lane's passing only.
Every morning. That's all it is one huge line of one freaking person who refuses to get over when there's plenty of room. There's so much room that they won't get over because of the semi that's like 10 miles ahead.
Yeah.
Like,
nope, I'm waiting to pass that.
It's like a whole epidemic. It's just stop it.
Well, it is a state law that the left lane is for passing only.
It is.
So that's what that's me hitting.
Yeah, you were hindering my cord here.
That's what I thought about saying to him. Is like, how about you go after the people that are staying in the left lane and not passing anybody? Because that's why I pass on the right.
I may have.
And I know they give you statistics like, well, so many deaths, every 10 miles over the speed limit or whatever. It's like,
okay. But that person's going to cause a wreck who's holding up the fast lane.
Yeah. How about the ones that just come to a complete stop? We've seen that. Like,
yes.
They just come to a complete stop.
They cut you off to pull over and they're like, meh. And then it's like, yeah.
So to make matters worse, I pull away from them then. Like, of course, I hit it, because I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this dude get out of there really fast. But I heard something really weird. I'm like, what's that? Something isn't right on my car. I'm like, oh, shit. So I pulled over really in a dangerous spot. That was the dumbest thing I ever did. I pulled over not on an exit or entrance ramp or anything like that. So I was right on the side of the road. And man, people, that's scary.
Yeah.
And then everything's flashing in my head because that's all I watch on Instagram is just little videos of car wrecks and stuff, but it's inevitable. You're on the side of the road, you're going to get nailed. So I kind of freaked out. So then I'm like, I better get back in the car and just drive and find a little safer place. And the more I started driving, of course, the light comes on that my tires are dangerously low.
Oh, geez.
So I pull over, and sure enough, while getting pulled over, I must have run over a rock on the side of the road and put a nice big hole in my tire.
Oh, my gosh.
So
it's one thing
trying
after
to go
the
to
other.
This concert, like, oh, boy.
Yeah. It's
So,
like
yeah,
a movie. Like you never make it to the concert. All these things keep happening. Like what?
Yeah. And the funny thing is I drove right past Fields Erdel, the big intersection there that had everything I needed probably, but then I wanted some country road to look at. I don't know.
Oh, geez.
So it's kind of farther away, but I'll make this story a little bit shorter that called AAA. That was awesome. Guy came out in a reasonable amount of time, called Costco. I found a Costco because that's where I got my my tires replaced last time. And like, well, we have it in stock. If we have it in stock, we'll fix it. I'm like, cool. Or we'll replace it. He's like, no, we don't have it in stock. I'm like, oh shit. Can you plug it though? He goes, yeah, we can plug it. Maybe. Well, I mean, they don't want to commit.
Yeah.
If it's in the sidewall, they can't do it, right?
Yeah.
But if it's in the tread, it's fine. So tow truck driver comes, and that's another story. We were talking about this, like talking about cop harassment, like really nice black guy. And he, we were talking a lot, and I'm like, I told him what happened. He goes, man, that sucks. But then he kind of started talking. He's like, if I wasn't in this tow truck, he goes, when I'm in my normal car, I get pulled over all the time.
Wow.
I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks that we have to do that. Like, talk about, it's just harassment.
It is.
It's just a way to, they must be doing something wrong just because the guy's black. Like,
yeah,
that's horrible.
They have that quota to meet,
It's just horrible. So, I don't know, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
His hands were all dirty though, and I hate when you get on the steering wheel
Dad,
after they're
come
done. It's all like
on.
nasty. Well, he's a tow truck driver. I mean, I get it, but put some, at least at Costco, they put a little thing on your steering wheel.
I think he's got a sink and some
but he
gourmet
can put like something on the steering wheel,
truck?
maybe some gloves or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
jeez.
Give him some, but he was starting his own website too to do his own like roadside assistance
nice.
thing. Yeah,
Venturing
we were talking about. I'm like, dude, use AI, man. He's like, he was talking to his cousin when he came up to me. I'm like, we gotta hurry because Costco said you get here by 7. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. So I did make the concert. I only missed the first song.
Oh,
so.
that's good.
Yeah, that was my fun last week. So now I got a tire with a plug in it, and God knows what
speeding ticket.
What it's going to cost me. And I'm already decided. I'm going to stop getting insurance. I'm going to put the car in Geeta's name and like be done. Because I got dropped because of those 2 accidents I had.
Wise choice. Hey, I've been dropped too before.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah,
Don't get me started on insurance company.
No, the final straw was when I backed into Mom's telephone pole. And I had to fix it. I shouldn't have even reported
wasn't it drivable? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I reported it because I thought I had to by law, so I reported. I made a claim.
Oh boy.
Bad mistake.
Apparently in New Jersey you do, because that's what happened to me. Some woman may have talked about this, but how she ran into me. She backed into my car, but I'm like, I gotta go. Here's my insurance information. It's your fault. I took pictures, took off, and that trooper was pissed. It's another trooper, New Jersey State Trooper.
All right, Dad complains about troopers, but we learned that going faster may not always save you time.
Yeah, I have a couple others. I have to talk about this one. So. I'm not a big steak eater.
Oh, God.
But when you order steak, used to be just rare, medium, and well done.
What'd you get, a well done one?
Then we went rare, medium, well, right?
There's a lot of choices.
No, you know what they add now?
What?
A push.
What the hell is that?
That's what I mean.
Is that rare?
Well, then I started thinking.
It's like overly well.
I started thinking like, well, can this relate to all the things in life that we're rating, and now we can start adding pushes? Like let's talk the the classes of people. It used to be lower class, middle class, upper class.
Oh, not anymore.
Now we have upper middle, lower middle, lower.
I'm confused where I belong. I don't know.
In the middle. So we seem to start where we seem to put. Yeah, exactly. We seem to put that middle. We don't know what to do with them, right?
Yeah.
It's either a scale of 1 to 3 or 1 to 5, or now it's as much as we can.
Yeah.
And that using number. Maybe we should just go numbers. But then it'd be like a push. So maybe I'm lower middle class push.
What the heck? That is so stupid. That is so stupid. Just stop classifying things like that. It's so dumb.
And then it made me think of the 3 little buttons when you go to the restroom that they want to say, well, how was your experience? Say you push the buttons. Uh-huh. Which, first off, how sanitary is that?
That's not sanitary.
Yeah. So I use my elbow. So I'm not sticking that in my... Don't you do those? Don't you? Like, they actually use those?
I've never seen it in the bathroom.
Oh, they're in airports.
Of course. Of course.
Imagine if they had them in schools. That's what I wish Amy was
How
here
are
to talk
you
about.
satisfied?
How was your bathroom experience? Well, I was trying to smoke.
At work.
And Mrs. Murray came in.
I was trying to vape.
Disappointed.
Thumbs down. 0 out of 10 wouldn't recommend.
And they have little happy face. Like, it'll be like sad face, medium. So I'm thinking, well, what about a push? Like, it was okay, but it could be better. Is that a push? Is that a medium push?
Wow, medium push. I'm going to say that next time I order a steak. Can I get medium push? You know what I mean.
You know, they're all just laughing at us back there.
I know,
they're just like, those fucking assholes don't know what they're talking about.
Is it possible it could have been a joke at the time you were ordering?
No,
I think
I've heard it a lot. And then I went out. When was this? When did I make this note? When did I have steak? I can't remember. But Keita did take me out for Father's Day. We went to Butcher and Rose, and it was really nice.
Oh, it's that place. That's that place. The pink, like, it's got a bunch of pink.
Yeah. It's beautiful inside. But I think I was asking him, like, I was getting a filet, and I'm like, well, I like it medium, but I want it a little more because I don't want to chew on it too long.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want a medium push? I'm like, what? So you're using it now too in these fans. I just thought it was I don't know. Try doing that at Texas Roadhouse.
I'm going to do that at Texas Roadhouse. Yeah.
Can I get a medium rare push?
They're going to have no clue, like, what?
Like, sure.
Yeah. We'll spit on
Here's
it, too.
Here's your bloomin' onion that we don't call a bloomin' onion. I don't know. What do they call it at Texas?
Yeah, bloomin' onion. Yeah, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or Longhorn. What's the other steakhouse that is just like it?
Texas, Longhorn, Outback.
Outback's the bloomin' onion.
Texas
Outback has a bloomin' onion because I remember the commercials where it was like, oh, mate, you want a bloomin' onion?
Yeah, it's blooming onion.
At?
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, no. Cactus Blossom.
Yes, there you go.
Bad.
At Texas Roadhouse. Yes.
Cactus Blossom.
It's a fucking bloomin' onion.
Yeah, whatever.
They are pretty good, though. They're really good.
All right.
Well, there you go.
There we go. Wow. Push.
I'll have a medium rare
push.
This is weird news. News that's weird.
Okay.
Or news you can use.
Yeah. Well, this one's actually pretty weird. I just stumbled upon it before we started, but it's like the music shoot. I can't get on it because my phone's recording. But it was okay. U.S. Air Guitar Championships.
Wow.
You would think that WWE is going on with what I watched. I'm going to try to find.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is where it would be cool. We could put it up. But
I know.
So also question. What's the average age of the participants? It's got to be like
average
48 to 50 years old.
Age group. Here, I'm
never been married dudes.
Let's see.
Air guitar.
Oh my gosh. The score is based on 3 key criteria: technical merit, stage presence, and airness.
Airness. What the?
This is like so
and technical
crazy.
merit. What, like how?
I mean,
Yeah, how well it looks like you're actually playing.
like
Okay,
there's
I get
costumes. There's like, I mean, this is legit.
I get. Yeah, making sure that you're playing it the way it's supposed to be played. But some of these people that you get on, they're just like strumming a guitar. Like,
yeah, like I mean, there's a whole like the video I saw. They were dancing. Like, it was choreographed. Like it was. I guess if you really liked Guitar Hero, it would be a great.
But even Guitar Hero, you only like.
I know, but you're like, I would get into it with like Metallica's
But it doesn't
One.
actually work.
No,
how
but like
you would actually play guitar.
I guess it would like prep you for like doing the. I don't know. I saw the video and it was like intense. Like they had the entrance music. Like they were in this cage, kind of like UFC. Like it was definitely weird. I've never seen that before.
When is this? Every
Saturday, 7/26 is the national finals in San Francisco.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this is getting aired on what? Hulu?
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok
these days.
TikTok.
Oh, that's crazy. Air guitar. I mean, look, everybody does it. I sit, because I'm a Tool fan. And I've listened to them enough. I think I'd probably be a pretty good air guitar guy.
Like, I feel like I would with AC/DC.
But I would not want to do it just because I don't want to disrespect Adam Jones playing the guitar.
But it's like air guitar. It's just like having, like, these people are dressing up, like acting all like.
Yeah, that'd be funny because
like,
even Adam, like Tool, they don't dress it. Maynard does stuff, but like the other guys are just in like normal clothes when they go out.
Yeah, like okay, so this says there's
like
2 rounds.
Freely from Kiss.
2 rounds. Round 1 is freestyle. Song of their choice. Round 2 is compulsory. Perform a surprise song. They don't know.
Oh, jeez.
So they have to improv. This is great. I love it.
Oh my god.
I love that people can have fun with anything. So
I'm surprised that's not on. You don't have an air guitar. I'm sure it's happened on what's the TV show where you go on Greatest American Talent?
Oh, America's Got Talent.
Oh.
I was watching that last night, actually.
Greatest American Talent.
Greatest American Talent.
Yeah. You'd think someone would come on with that.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Well, they probably did. They just don't air it.
No, they air some of that really dumb
The really
stuff.
bad stuff they do, yeah.
Because they can't just pass everybody.
No, they can't. Yeah, well, now you know. If you didn't before, the U.S. has an air guitar championship.
I love it.
Rock on.
I love it. Well, my news you can use. Oh, it's kind of a thing. You get one, I get one.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Well, I'm taking to heart your, Dad, you have to complain all the time. Can't you do something where it's like subject to change, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We're changing, boo, boo, boo. Okay. Well, this I read today, and I'm not an expert because I just kind of read it, but it's kind of cool. I think it's worth talking about, and it's really not just. Well, the title of the article. This is from Wall Street Journal. The author is Vanessa Patrick, and how to say no at work. So she talks about how we tend, as humans, to say yes to everything.
Yeah, we do.
So we say yes because, we want to be cooperative, we want to help, and it means that we're being a team player, a good friend, a successful professional, whatever that is. And then, by saying no, there's going to be consequences to it.
Yeah.
So she talks about how, well, that, can be construed also in a negative way, because if you say yes all the time, then you're known as that person that's going to do everything all the time, right? And then you can say you got a reputation as a pushover or something like that. So, so you have to learn how to say no, but it's not always easy because it fights our natural human nature. Like we want to help people.
Yeah.
Although I've worked with people that say no all the time, but whatever. Maybe they figured it out.
You can silently say no,
Yeah. Well, and sometimes it says that it's we think no can damage the good relationship with the asker, and that the asker won't be willing to do something we ask for down the road. We fear that no will convey ineptitude and unprofessionalism. It will stain our reputation. But in fact, the opposite is true. I told you that. So, but there's a couple of things I wanted to read on that. And she coaches these people. She's got a book out on this actually. But if you do say yes to everything, you end up biting off more than you can chew, and then you're doing jobs terribly, right? So you're not actually doing that. So you have to start. What she suggests you do is do a self-analysis of, is this request worth it or not? Like, because all of them are not created equal. Like passing a solid dinner, that's easy. Doesn't take much. Yes, I'll say yes. So she does get into like real life things. Maybe it's just something that it could take you a few minutes and it'd take them days to figure out. So that would be an easy yes, right? Like, hey, this will just take me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think it's communicating that as well, is saying, hey, yeah, this won't take me that long. I understand it'll be harder for you. So I will do that for you. So I think it's a matter of just saying, oh yeah, I'll do it. But just how you present that is one of the ways.
Well, that's where communication comes into. Like, you don't have to be like, no. Like, there's professional ways to say it.
Right. Choose your words. That's one of the things she said. She's, I don't, not, I can't. Which signals that your no stems from who you are and the rules you have set for yourself. So when those are different things. Communicate that refusal stems from your core principles rather than mere convenience. I can't suggests helplessly and temporary obstacles. And then when you say, I'm sorry, I can't, it often raises the question, well, why not? You say, I'm sorry, I can't. Also, don't give excuses when you say no. It invites questions. Instead, be firm and resolute. If you say, for instance, you're too busy now, you leave the door to the other person asking again, right?
Oh.
So one of them is, and I'll just do this one because I thought it was pretty good. Consider a senior executive who would like to reserve the quiet morning hours for strategic planning, but keeps getting pulled into early meetings. Making excuses about why they can't attend could send the wrong message. Instead, they could say, I don't do early morning meetings, which conveys determination and commitment and frees up the time to do the most important work. So yeah, saying the right things, communicating it differently. Right.
It can be hard though, because I feel like people too say yes a lot to get that acceptance of like, oh, you're doing such a good job, or you did great, thanks for the help. It's that gratification that they're looking for.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that might be a little bit of it too.
And
I mean, I'm definitely guilty of that.
Oh yeah, I have been too. Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
That was news. Yeah. Well, again, I don't listen to too much news or anything and get into political stuff, but I like reading the Wall Street Journal for stuff like that. they could tend to be right leaning, but it's there. I'm there for the business news.
The business news.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's other ways we can say it too.
Yeah.
Someone asks you to do something, you could be like this.
Really appropriate. You might not have a job to come back to. Now I'm going to have 3 clips to do. That's fine. We're always doing something new around here.
Yeah, all right.
Boy, see you driving round with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you. I just a change in my pocket.
I was wondering when you come up with that song and think, how am I going to get radio play? I mean, the whole thing of it is just to say fuck you.
They say forget you.
Oh,
that's right. What they edit it as, yeah.
Which makes it horrible.
I know. Some songs, like the edited version, it's like, stop it.
So, can I get another one in?
Yeah.
Something I just saw this, and, I think we like to talk about fashion on this show so much.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes.
So I've seen this, and I know it was a thing, but what about overalls? Are they fashion or function?
Ooh. Fashion or function? Man.
I mean, do we see them around very much? I've seen them a couple times recently. Like, oh, they're coming back.
I feel like American Eagle has some.
Okay.
For fashion.
Okay.
But if I'm going to buy them for function, I'd probably go to Rural King.
Oh, so It's a matter of which brand. Yeah, I can't imagine showing up at a job site with my, Guess overalls on. They'd be like, who the fuck?
Babies, they make overalls. Oshkosh still makes the overalls.
Okay, so from that perspective, it's pure
fashion. Yeah.
Because let's break these overalls down. I mean, there's pockets up on your chest. So little pencil
one big
pockets.
pocket in the middle.
Well, and then they have little pencil pockets
Yeah.
too. And then don't they have the little thing to hang your hammer or something down there?
The fashion ones don't.
And I bet though that pocket on your chest was to hold nails and stuff.
Probably.
Like you could just easily grab them there.
But like when I wore them, it was for fashion growing up.
But they're a really good functional piece of
They are
clothing.
functional. And then I would take one strap off and do the one. Like for
just
some
one
reason I
strap,
thought
like
that was cool.
Yeah.
And
What does that say? I'm too lazy to snap the other one?
yeah, or like I don't know, like because but they also make things that are like similar to overalls because I own like jumpsuits with straps. I thoroughly enjoy those because I can just whip it off if I gotta go to the bathroom really quick, or I hate wearing pants. I hate pants, but so they're a nice like in between, but. I don't think I'd personally wear them for function.
They are pants.
They're not around the waist. They're strapping up around your shoulders.
Yeah. So and you know, as their name implies, theoretically you'd be wearing something underneath, like shorts or another pair of jeans.
I'm gonna go for my personal self fashion.
Yeah, I think
Comfort wear.
if I put some overalls on right now, I'd be having a tool belt. And I'd have a bunch of nails in that pocket up there, and I would have pencils in the pockets as well. And I'm with you. I would go to Rural King and get some Dickies
For that.
Yes,
Yes. But
and
for
I would
fashion,
I would get it a size bigger so I can put It's really to cover up the clothes that I'm actually wearing while I'm doing work. Yeah. So then you can go home, you take the overalls off,
Right.
you're ready to go for dinner.
Yeah, your clothes. Hey, it's function.
It's function. Except for those babies.
Yeah.
They ain't doing no hammering.
Yeah, the babies just look really cute. Yeah.
But there's things that are definitely just fashion, like parachute pants.
Ooh.
They served zero purpose.
I never owned a pair, but I
And were they called that because they were made out of parachute material, or
because they mimicked a parachute. And who started that? MC Hammer.
oh, you mean the big? See, I
Like
was
the big
thinking
parachute
parachute
pants.
pants when I was in the like early '80s. They just had a bunch of zippers all over them.
Oh, okay.
So then I think it was the part of the material.
Oh, I'm thinking like the MC Hammer pants as parachute pants.
Is that what those were?
Yeah,
called?
because like they
those
were like,
really like ridiculous looking.
They were so bad.
Those were ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
But overalls.
I mean, let's get another opinion.
oh yeah.
Yeah, call
We're
Katie.
gonna call a previous guest.
My-
you think she'll answer with my phone?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. If she doesn't,
Text her and say, answer your phone. Yes, let's
yeah,
do
you
that.
guys might remember her. Back in.
Please leave your message for 614-743.
Wait. We don't want to say the number.
Oh God. Okay.
Hey, well, she's got her phone on silent or something. Hey, Katie, this is Brian. And Sarah.
And Sarah. Sorry, I was confused as to what we were doing.
Anyways, well, we were going to call you and get your opinion on something.
Yeah,
But
okay,
We'll have Sarah text you and see if you'll call in.
Let's
Call
see.
my number.
I'll text her on here. I can. She's got an iPhone, so I can text her from the computer.
You know, some of our listeners are going, hey, dumbasses, why don't you just give them a little heads up that you're calling them in a certain
No,
time?
because that defeats the purpose of everything. Like
I agree, but they don't know what we're going to talk about. So
that's
we
true.
could probably.
I mean, Mom was caught off guard.
Yeah, that was good. But it's you're her daughter. She's definitely going to answer the phone. These are your friends.
Well, she can also sometimes that happens if you're sending a message or like a phone call at the same time you're trying to call or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, we might not get an opinion. Unless
Yeah. Plus we
oh wait,
asked-
she just read. She read it.
Okay. Don't worry, we got plenty of this music for our
Oh,
listeners.
she's just finishing up working.
Oh. So we got to get more time.
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that. Even though this music is so great.
Oh, it stops. Yeah.
We can move into your thing and then give her a few minutes, right?
Let me see. I asked her how much time she needs.
This is great pod.
Oh, 6:15. Oh, never mind.
We're gonna be done by then.
Yeah.
Next time.
Okay. Well, we tried.
Moving on.
We will move on. Love you, Katie.
Yeah. We always say we should plan a little bit better.
I know.
It's not our full-time job, though.
Like,
Come
this
on.
is not a full-time job.
Come on, people.
No.
Go easy on us, will
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we
no one's
have
been complaining.
other things. I know. Yeah. Like going into that. Yeah. It's this is Mental Health Matters. Yeah.
Health
So it's
madness.
been, matters.
It does matter.
Yeah. So definitely, I've kind of had some little subject to change moments in my life in the last week. I've had to self-reflect a lot, and
I mean, you got to give me credit. To say no at work is a little mental health thing too.
It is, because you need to. Like, you need to say no, period,
Yeah, there
in
you
your
go.
life.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Start
can't
crying
always
again
say
now.
yes. Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing some self-reflection and just, things I won't go into detail about, but so my birthday present to myself is to be more selfish.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to be more selfish and give myself more time for me and do things more for myself, which is hard for me to do.
What does that mean exactly? Because I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute, your kid's been, pretty much out of your hair
Well,
for a couple years now, and you go on and off, off and on with dudes and whatnot. So, of course, you have 3 dogs, which is insane.
yeah, but I do have a person who loves them and loves to take care of them. So
Who,
no.
Who?
When I leave, Sammy's friend,
Oh,
Megan,
okay.
she was on the show. She
She loves the dogs. Why don't you give them to them?
I love that. She is just she loves being with them, which is great because it makes the job easier for them.
Right.
But plus, it's now that she's graduated too, hey, if you want to stay at the house, you can get out of yours and hang out.
So what haven't you been doing for yourself? I mean, to me, you've been sort of living for yourself right now.
No, because I'm still taking care of other people. I want to take care of me and actually I have all these things that I'm scheduling things to do by myself.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Leaving the house.
Alone time.
Doing things for myself and not having to worry about, is Sammy going to be home for dinner? Am I cooking for dinner? Is she working tonight? Are we, am I going out this weekend? Am I going on a date this weekend? Am I, do I got to take care of the dog? There's just so many things that I'm always at home. I'm just always at home.
Well, is that, this is interesting because I actually had a note. This, no lie, had a note, because I keep my little notes on what to talk about.
Oh, you take notes?
One is degrees of selfishness. Is it selfish to say what you want? But selfishness has a bad connotation. And that's because that's what I'm thinking is selfishness has a bad connotation. What you're saying is maybe what I was putting in my note there, when you're saying what you want for yourself, that's sort of selfish. What is selfish? Because it means nothing else. So is it selflessness that you're doing?
I always assumed selflessness was helping other people.
Yeah, so that's what you're saying. Taking care of other people is selflessness.
Yeah.
Selfishness
It's taking care of
is
myself.
taking care of yourself, or just being selfish and worrying about
There
yourself.
is-
Or there's a negative connotation to selfishness.
There is. There's a bad part of selfishness for sure. But
It's where I've been stuck, to be honest. So when
Yeah.
everyone says, I want to be selfish and do things for myself, I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're selfish all the time. God, that's just me. I have a negative connotation on it. Oh, really? You want to just do things for you do things for yourself all the time. You just don't realize it. But
I don't.
So what you're saying is not necessarily what the negative connotation I'm thinking. It's I want to do something for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I worry so much. Like, I need to take care of this at the house. I need to take care of...
Have you tried cocaine?
No. I don't like my mind being in an altered state like that. I don't...
Yeah, cocaine's not the right
Yeah,
word.
it's never...
Maybe some LSD.
I've never been attracted to any of it. But...
it can rewire your brain. There are studies.
No, that's okay. I'm too old for that. But I'm just, because what happens is yeah, you're right. I've been on and off in relationships too. And so that has also hindered me from doing, and with my ex-husband, it was like, oh, you want to go do things for yourself? Oh, how dare you? I resent you for that. But obviously I've loved being a mom and I've loved taking care of my child.
Yeah, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. And taking care of, now people don't understand, I'm a single person, one person taking care of a home and 3 dogs and helping my daughter transition into this next phase and working full time and running, a couple other businesses and doing all these things. And it's like, I need to think about what's most important and prioritize, what's going to be important for me moving forward and that. And I don't know. I just want to go live life. I'm sick of sitting at home and worrying.
The way you said that, I wanted to punch you in the mouth.
Because I don't. I literally will waste my weekends sitting at home, even if Sammy's not there. The house needs clean. The dishes need done. The dogs need out. Sarah, stop it. Just go do what you love to do. Just go do something. Go be spontaneous. Go that. I know that part of me is wanting to come out, but I'm I'm just gonna sit at home, make sure things get done because I have to go to work on Monday.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. That's definitely when you have children, that's an easy trap to get into, and it still goes on. Look, I'm sure Geeta will be okay with me talking about this, but the other night, her daughter's still at home. She's moving out soon, college age. And she went out with her friends, and Geeta couldn't sleep because it's 2 a.m. She hasn't heard from her, and she's trying to track her, and she's texting. She's not texting back. I'm like, because you're being a pain in the ass to her. I go, put yourself, and I did say, put yourself in her position. If your mom was texting you at 1 a.m, you'd be like, I'm not answering this. So, but you can't help as a parent. And I've been there too. That's when I was I cannot wait for the kids to get out because now I have a little bit of, I don't have to Yeah, I'm worried when they're at college or wherever they're going and they're living on their own, and I'm always worried about them. But when they're in your house, it's just such a different thing. You really do feel it's sort of a mental trap, actually.
It is, because it's just I'm starting to slowly tell myself that can wait. It doesn't need done right now. Go do something else that you want to do. I almost actually took myself out to dinner Saturday. You want to know why I didn't?
Because Texas Roadhouse ran out of blooming onions.
No. Because I had
they
to go.
They would make you a rare push.
Because I ran an errand and traffic was so bad that I did not want to be out in public the rest of the day.
What the?
I know.
Traffic was so bad. What do you mean? Well, let's be honest. Saturday was a shitty weather day too.
I know,
that
but
factors into it.
Dealing with all the people at the store and everything, it drained me. Right. I don't want to be like that. I've got to start living life, man. I got to start living life.
Well, one is open your eyes to the beauty of the world.
Yeah,
you can see beauty in anything.
I just need to see
beauty in traffic. You can see beauty in people.
Not in Heath. I'm sorry, not in Heath.
Oh my God, the big metropolis of Heath.
No, it is becoming a metropolis. It's ridiculous.
No, the problem is there's just one main road and everyone goes on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it, and it keeps getting and whatever. But I did so Amy, she was on the show before, and we were talking. We were like, our 30 years of friendship, we love the same things. Why have we never gone away together on a weekend fun getaway?
Yeah.
And we're both like, I know. Why? Why don't we? We're like, let's screw it. Let's just book it. So we booked a trip together.
Oh,
and I'm
did?
Yeah,
good.
we did. Yeah. Paid for we're ready to go. In September. So it's
nice.
Yeah. So those are the kind of things I'm the spontaneity. I'm doing things with people.
Spontaneity.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's how often I don't do it because I can't even say it.
Well, I think you just mixed opportunity with spontaneity. Spontaneity.
Yeah. I combined them both.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's fair.
that is going to be the gift to myself, is to just live more of life and do
Wait, what? So you'll be 38.
Yeah.
I did the math right, or I just guessed?
No, it's 38.
I guessed. Yeah, so you should, and yeah, you have one. You could look at it this way: you have, whether it was hard or not, like you're young to have your child, my grandchild, out of high school.
Yeah.
At a young age, where you got a lot of life that you can do, which is great. You know, some people wait. I always try to really evaluate, is it better to have kids older or younger? And, you know, there's definitely advantages.
There's pros and cons of both. Yeah.
And the advantage of having them younger is you're pretty young when they're out of the house. We just happened to stretch it out over 14 years or 12 years or whatever. So I wasn't that young, but still fairly young when Becca was done. So yeah, I think it's time you do that. Susan would do a girls trip with all her high school friends every year.
Yeah.
And she would say, you know, it's just like I get to go and I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm just out there and I'm taking care of no one but myself. It is a great feeling.
It is. And when I here and there, I will do that for myself, like take care of myself. But this is a different version, I feel like. So I'm done. I'm not going out of my way like I used to anymore.
Right.
You know, I need this time. And Mom told me the same thing. Like, Sarah, this is about you now, and you need to, you deserve to give that to yourself. So that's my birthday present to myself.
Well, so the question would be, that's just going to happen for a week, or you're sort of New Year's resolution,
new lifestyle.
Yeah. Right. It's. Didn't we talk about that? Didn't we say like a birthday? Didn't Amy say something about doing a birthday?
Oh,
resolution?
it's like yeah, because
like,
it's your new year.
Right.
Yeah, she did say that.
Well, see, that's fitting in there. So
it
this
is
your new year.
It is.
Now you've been talking about this. Now I'm going to call you on it. You've been talking about this for a while. So what's going to be different now? How are you going to make this
I'm
different?
actually putting it into action. I have things scheduled. I'm going.
Well, that thing you talked about, the girls.
Yeah, then I have 2 concerts I'm going to by myself. I know Aunt Amy's going to the game, but I'm technically going by myself. I would like to go to more football games by myself. I would like to go to some places I haven't been by myself. Maybe challenge myself to go on, because I've always battled driving anxiety. So when I drive up to the lake, that's actually a huge deal, like by myself, because I'm not used to that. So I would like to go like somewhere longer than 2 hours, maybe another state by myself. Just doing a lot of things by myself, because I'm always used to somebody being there with me. Maybe take the dog, one of the dogs, Murray.
I feel like I had deja vu on this. Yeah, no, that's a good thing that you should do for sure.
Yeah, because I want to explore Sarah. I've been mom for so long, and
yeah, I feel like you've been. I'm not discounting that, but I feel like you say that a lot. Like I
do,
explore Sarah,
but I never do it because I get scared.
So now you're really.
But now I'm like we had orientation last week, and I'm realizing this is happening.
Yeah,
like this is happening.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
I'm sad, but it's a good thing. Like she starts talking about coming home almost every week. I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you need to establish now. Like,
no,
you're not coming home. You're not allowed to come home.
No, you're not. And don't use the excuse, well, you're going to be gone and I need to watch the dogs. I'll get Meg to watch the dogs. You're not coming home.
Yeah, part of her
weekend.
Experience is being away from home and doing that. It's going to be hard for her.
It just sunk in. That's all. It started sinking in more.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
You can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. I've never been alone. Truly alone. I don't want to be the lady that just hangs out with her 3 dogs every weekend and does nothing with her life. You know, I want to do more.
Well, that's being alone. Huh? That's being alone.
No, I mean like doing things, like not sitting in my house, like what I just talked about. Like I don't want to coop up in my house, like just hang out with the dogs.
Right.
Know? Like,
well, I
love my
either.
dogs though. I love them so much. Actually, funny story.
And you can read books and stop watching news.
I don't really watch that much news. TikTok's
TikTok,
that's an
Facebook.
addiction.
That's your news.
I know. Well, no.
Read books.
Yeah, I've got.
See, I look forward to that. I look forward to, like, if I want to say I want some me time, I just want to sit down and read a book. I've started to try to do that in the mornings. I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to be at work till 9 o'clock. So, and I get up early and I'll just read.
I have to do audiobooks because reading makes me fall asleep.
Used to me.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it in the morning with coffee, no, it won't. I promise
I
you.
don't have time to do that.
Well, on
I get to work
Saturday.
at like 6:15, 6:30. So, yeah.
Ooh, that's early.
But it does sound like a nice Saturday. It does. Now that the patio's done, I have a nice relaxing area.
I know that looks really nice.
Yeah,
too,
thank
by the
you.
way.
Thank you. That's probably why my leg hurts. But actually, funny story about Murray. Sammy was dyeing her hair last night. Went to go give him a hug goodnight, and some of the hair dye got in his ear. So now he's got like pink ear.
Oh.
Poor thing. He's so cute. But yeah.
Wait,
so
are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to dye dogs'
I've
hairs?
actually seen it. I've seen it.
That would be-
Yeah.
that- if I had a dog, I would totally do that.
Oh yeah, she really wants to like to match so they can match together. It's so funny, but yeah, that's the birthday present to myself.
That's good.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Were you going to mention? You said you would mention something before that you were going to bring up. Did you forget already?
No, that's the one I said. Degrees of selfishness. Like,
That okay, that makes
it's
sense.
selfish to say what you want, like
Yeah.
that. And I was thinking in a relationship perspective too. Like, it is selfish to say, "Well, I want this." When you're trying to have a partner and work things out, like, "Well, this is what I want."
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty selfish. I mean, it's 100% selfish.
Yeah.
But like I kind of worked it out. Like, I think I just have a negative connotation of selfishness because
It's easy to have that though.
a negative connotation of selfishness.
Yeah.
Why?
Because society makes it that way. I feel like selfish is always seen as being something negative because
Yeah, that you're not supposed to do that. It's kind of like like we talked about saying no at work.
Yeah.
Like that's a selfish, that could be construed as a selfish thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm just going to say no or fuck you.
Right.
No, we learned to say it in a nice way, people.
Nice way.
That's what we learned in this
Professionalism.
podcast. Yes. So yeah, I think that that's what I was kind of had a thought on the mental health stuff about struggling with. Wow, I really want to say in my relationship what I want, but boy, that's selfish, and I don't want to be selfish. And fortunately, I have a partner that is selfless as I am, and then we both don't want to say what we want. So that's kind of like working on that. So
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to say. Did you want to cover your other thing?
Yeah, my other thing, it's just like something that I want to, I watched this movie last week.
Oh, sorry.
So the timing was so off. I love this song though. It's gonna be me
I wanted to do it because of your thing.
running down the street,
Yeah.
jamming the Cyndi Lauper.
I didn't even think about that. That was such a great video because it just really was
Yeah.
like, you know what? And not that we've even come that far in sexism, but
Yeah.
she was basically saying like, you know what? I'm going to live my life. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do what you say, Dad, and all
That's
this
always
stuff.
what I
Like,
got when I listened to this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's not like getting together with your girls and partying. It was like a statement.
It's good. This is
Yeah.
what my buddy Chris, Spike, he sings
okay.
it all the time because he loves to have fun.
Yeah.
Haha, I'm just checking if you're listening, Chris.
Yeah.
Anyways.
He probably is. He'll probably comment on the post next week.
Yeah. No, I'm ribbing him.
So yeah, I watched, it wasn't a documentary this time, although I have watched a couple. But it's a Tyler Perry movie. It's called Straw.
You lost me at Tyler Perry.
I'm sorry. But it had, I think her name is Tasha B. Henson or some, I always forget her name is different and I feel like I pronounce it wrong, but, so it's called Straw. And the basis of it is she is a single mother. She's, living in poverty. She's trying to support her daughter. And like, there's this day where like everything that can go wrong goes wrong. She was getting evicted. She couldn't get her paycheck. Her daughter has a medical problem and she has seizures. She couldn't afford to get her medication. CPS took her kid away. Like all of these things, like all at once. So she goes and she gets fired because she went to the school and whatnot. Well, she ends up taking she goes back to the store to get her final check and it gets robbed. Well, she ends up like shooting her manager because he's like so mean to her, and like she snapped. But then she takes the gun.
It's a movie, not a documentary.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay.
She snaps, kills him, goes across the street to the bank. She doesn't rob it. She just wants to cash her final check. Like this whole thing. Like
Wait, after she killed somebody?
Yeah. And so it's like this whole thing. But like it really got me thinking, like, you know, I think we are all susceptible to a day where we just really snap. And I think that it's important that if we know that we might be prone to that, especially given if you're in a life circumstance that like might contribute to that, that you become self-aware enough to know like your triggers, what your triggers are, maybe develop some grounding techniques to get you through it. And just, I really think self-awareness here would be key, but it just like reminded me like, man, like so many days I've been like to the brim of like, not to go rob a bank, but like emotionally, like all these things are going wrong today and I am ready to snap. Like it's easy to just get to that mental state of like, you don't care, to where I can see where someone could just like, I don't care the consequences. It's been a crappy day.
Right. Yeah. So that's where the straw is probably the straw that breaks Camel's back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so many things have happened. And I don't know how, because I get that. And I don't know why, like at some point and maybe I've always been able to do this, is when that sort of all that overwhelm is, it's either a bad day or overwhelmingness. First off, bad day for me. Like I always say this, I worked in the cancer industry. Like we were, attempting to cure people with cancer. So when you walk into the waiting room and you know that half of those people in that waiting room who are, fighting to live at least another day, they're all, a month from now, half of them are going to be gone. So it really does put things in perspective. Like your bad day is nothing compared to, someone that faces death, knowing, it's going to happen. And what do you do? Like that, that's tough. So I'm very empathetic to that. So that was helpful from that perspective. But then you get overwhelmed too. So it could be like bad day and overwhelming. You get pulled over for a ticket, get a flat tire. Like,
I mean, you were like,
but I'm able to just go, whatever. Like
you had some underlying circumstances, but I think someone who really suffers from like a lot of anxiety and depression and stuff is happening, life stuff. Cause it's like you take depression or anxiety, put it in the middle and you have a web of all these extenuating circumstances. Like it just all comes to like combust. And I think that's where you, stand up for yourself and get the help that you need. So you don't get to a level of like, something really bad.
Yeah. And that's the point. Like some of us, and what I'm saying is for some reason I was able to really understand what was happening and just go, it's not worth getting really upset. There was times when I'd be really overwhelmed, and I'll still do it to this day. If I'm really, really overwhelmed with work, this, that, or whatever, and then something really bad will happen. Like I'll get an email from someone like, no fucking shit, this is happening right now. And I'll just like laugh or just, I will scream. Sometimes if I'm in the office by myself or something, I'll just scream, stand up and walk around like, what the fuck? Like, and you think these thoughts, but then you're like, okay, no one's dying. I mean, that was another thing then when, in the software company, we purchased this other company and we were switching them over. I'm sure I've told the story, but it went to shit. I mean, honestly, there was all these people. My only developer was like, I swear to God, the guy was talking in tongues. He was so freaked out. And I was just like, I was calm, just like, look, no one's dying. Yeah. Like, even if the company goes down, we're not going to be dead. We can still go get jobs somewhere, right? I mean, I know maybe that was easier for me because I had a job at the time or whatever, but I think you just have to somehow look at, it seems cliche, but look at good things, like look at the beauty in something or the love of something for your own. I agree to get help. I just think I have that ability to do it without
with
mental
age,
health.
It gets a little better.
I agree. Because I couldn't have been that when I was your age.
Yeah, I mean, to have a contingency plan. Do you feel? I have this. I don't know if you have it, but like when things get so bad, like I get a crazy laugh. Like I'm just laughing at everything because it's like what?
Oh yeah.
Like that's how some people know. Like okay. Like, let's just stay away from Sarah for a little bit because like, and now that I'm getting older, some of my women's symptoms are getting worse and my rage is getting worse, and like it's about, but again, I'm self-aware of that. So like, how can I, like, I need to make sure like I've gotten better. Like rage used to be an issue for me, like a lot. I would just jump and like, and it scared me but it was all these life things that were happening. So like when life is calmer, it's easier for me at least to develop something so that I don't get to a point where I'm being stupid, because I can. And that's when I call mom and just like yell and cry. And she's like, I don't know why. I can't solve your problem. Like, I just need you to listen to me. Because like, I just need like to get this out. But like, it was like, we've all have been to, and I feel bad for the people that like do live in those kinds of circumstances and they feel like there's no way out. And because of like life circumstances, not just mental health. Like I felt bad for it. Like even after all these things, even though it's a movie character, I was like, man, I just feel really bad for her. Like it sucks. And
I can't recommend enough. And I know I've done this on the podcast already, but the movie with Phil Stutz and that movie to me,
so good.
It's something that if you can just keep watching it, like
when
you're having those moments,
it's
so great to watch again because you're like, okay, now I have some
Jonah
tools.
Jonah Hill, yeah.
I have some tools that I can deal with this now.
I sometimes will refer to those notes too that I took when I watched, because I was taking notes when I watched it the first time, and I'll refer to those like, okay, this is that thing that's never going to go away. That's telling me, like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. I feel like I want to watch it again. Like it's always good to kind of refresh, like from a psychological perspective of like how our brain is operating when it comes to our mental health and certain things.
And I would say find something at minimum, obviously going to see a counselor, going to therapy is such a good thing. Sometimes you can't afford that or whatever. Find something in your life that gives you joy.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was music. So I would put music on. And sometimes it would be like, no, I want to be depressed. I'm going to listen to Pink Floyd. I want to be depressed right now.
Yeah.
I want that.
Like,
but then other times it'd be like, listen to something that's just going to give me upbeat and watch Tool and watch Danny Carey's video. And like, oh, how the hell does somebody have 4 appendages and do different time signatures on each one? Like, just take your brain off of all of that other stuff and, try to put life in perspective. And I can't, look, I was not a reader. And I've only started reading as a very, very late in life. And I think it just helps to escape like that. That really helps. And you said you got to do audiobooks because reading makes you tired. But start doing it during the day. Like, I agree. If I sit in bed like right before bedtime, I'm going to be out in 5 minutes. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. That's
guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's a great way.
I'm going to challenge myself for that. Like on the weekends, like wake up and like read a book instead of scrolling TikTok. Dang it,
oh,
Sarah.
my God. Yes.
Get off the talk.
Please.
For the love.
Please. All right. Well, that's enough about us. Hopefully, some of our listeners will
relate.
At least relate.
Major
to some
life
of that.
changes around here. Yeah.
Just try to be like I said. I wish I had the formula. Maybe if I did, I could write a book and make a bunch of money. But I really did get to a point where that stuff just didn't bother. And now and look, my kids will tell you. The other kids will tell you that I wasn't angry. I was an angry young man for a long time.
Yeah.
And I just got out. I think. Almost ruining a relationship with my oldest son really slapped me in the face. Finally, I think there was other things that were in process, but just find things that are going to help you.
Bring you joy.
Those things for sure.
And
so I'm going to always, without listening, and do something. But this one's called Snap.
Okay. It's not explicit like some other ones you chose.
You never know.
But before I forget, we are on another break next week.
Yeah.
Sammy and I are heading to Florida.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. There's some. You know what? Soak all that in too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I deserve this. I need to get away.
Wait, I just heard quickly on the news or something that somebody bought the Disney park for a day for like $500,000.
Yeah, it was Disneyland in California, I think. Yeah, it was for him and his like girlfriend or something. It was crazy. Yeah, we're going to.
I don't know. I would have thought that just seemed low to me.
I know. I was like, man, they didn't charge him more. Like, what, they lose a bunch of money?
I get make $1 million or something, maybe, but $500,000.
I know.
That's all you
crazy.
need. I mean, look, I don't have it, but a lot of those people have some money, so
I know.
$500,000 to them.
pocket change, I guess. Yeah, we're going to go to the Keys and go to Disney. So much needed time away. So we will be back the week of the 4th.
Yeah, we have we have
special guest. We have a guest.
Wait,
we have a guest.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Just kidding.
No, it's.
Wait, just don't. You guys just don't listen to us. All right,
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, this has been another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Sarah.
And I'm the monkey in the middle to Sarah's left.
Yeah.
And everything is fine.
This is subject to change, and everything is fine. Subject to change. Everything is